Hey y'all, let's chat. There's some different ways to it, right? You have the men who are already established within their business or their career, they're making enough money. Um, they find a wife, they get married immediately, or immediately can be within a year, right? And they're like, okay, this is my wife. I already have this prepared and ready for her. Now, when I get with this wife, we can grow and build some other things together, right? And then, y'all, please excuse me if you hear me in the background. I'm doing my I love to drink my herbal extracts, and I'm squeezing them inside of my bottle of water right here, so you might hear me. Okay, I got some dandelion root right here. I put ashwagandha root. Ashwagandha helps with stress, so that's kind of like makes me not even think about nothing. I'm very bubbly, giggly. I'm about to go to a cookout. Okay, I have mullein leaf here because I was a smoker and drinker, so this is clearing out the lungs. All right, I have some turmeric here with the black pepper, okay, for better absorption. So I have a couple of things here, all right, black seed oil. I got licorice root, slippery elm, okay. I have liquid collagen. I have so much, okay. It's just about really taking care of myself. So boom. Now, you have another type of male who is, I don't know why God just made me say all of that. Maybe someone needs to get serious or get into like herbal extracts and because there's something to heal you. It's always something that can heal you. Trust me. Something that God made can heal us always. So anyhow, you have the man that's already established within their money, right? They already have money. All they looking for is a real wife that they could share this with, right? Boom. They find their wife, they're ready. They already know this is the one. They can see that they can multiply with this person. That's it. Then you have the other type of men who are not yet where they need to be, right? And it's not because um the only reason why they're not where they need to be is because God doesn't have it that way. They're gonna get to where they need to be with the right woman. All right. I want people to understand. There's some men that are so driven, right, that they're going to get to the space that they need to be so that when they meet a woman, they're actually ready to commit to this woman and be with this woman because they already got their affairs in order, right? And then there's some men that don't really have everything in order. They don't have a business. They don't have nothing really running. They might have a job. They might have a steady career, but they don't really have wealth, right? And that's because some of these men are to wait until God blesses them with a wife, and then the wife is going to help you actually multiply. All right. So the problem is you have these men who are actually meant to multiply with a wife who want to be like the first type of man that is already together, set, or whatever. But the problem is they didn't do that on their alone time. They wasn't locked in. Okay, there's a lot of people they don't lock themselves in. They don't get locked in to the plan. They get distractions. They fall into a relationship. They fucking this girl, fucking that girl. So they're not really locked in with their goals, and they're not meeting with where they need to meet wealth wise. So now they might find a girl, and instead of them doing it the way that God plans, which is them recognizing, oh, this is my wife. Let me work with this person. Let me respect this person. Let me see what plans that she has that we can work together towards wealth. They try to push her away and say, hey, I need to focus on myself. I'm not successful yet. I need to get my money up. I don't have time to date. I don't have time. And this is the biggest problem in the world because it's like, no, you been had time to do that. God seen that you wasn't capable of doing it on your own. So now he done sent in someone else for you to help you get things going. Okay. Not everyone is going to really understand this. Not everyone is going to even like what I'm saying here. Okay, y'all. And someone could be calling you. Okay, I got somebody calling me right now, interrupting my message. But anywho, yeah, so it becomes a problem when the man that God has set out for them to find a wife to begin building wealth try to dismiss the wife or hurt women, dismiss women because they done been with this woman. They like, oh, I can't commit because I'm still trying to be rich. And then they meet someone else and they like, oh, I can't take this serious because I'm still trying to be rich. I got to get my own goals. Then they meet with someone else. It's like, that's not how it works, bitch. You need to recognize that you're not going to get to where you need to get through without a woman because you're not locking in. Okay, some of you, you're just not locking in the way that you need to. So you need to find you a wife so that you can actually lock in. And then you figure out the plans that she have and you see how you can help to multiply or help her with those plans and watch your life become beautiful. So many men also want to take control and try to have a plan and go this whole set way. And it's like, it don't always work like that. Like sometimes you need to just go with the flow of what God is presenting in your life. You may be trying to do things your certain way and you rushing trying to get some money. Now that you're in a relationship, you're like, oh, I need to be wealthy. I need to do this on my own. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's too late. The woman is already here. So now you need to figure out a way to multiply with your woman. And then some people push the woman away because they don't feel good with the fact that they're not where they need to be yet. They feel like this woman deserves more. But because you didn't do that to prepare yourself before you were even ready for a wife, now it's kind of too late. Now you need to get on board. That's why the most important thing is to get yourself together and be serious about yourself. You know, a lot of people don't be serious about themselves when they're single and they start dating. And if you're not dating for marriage, you're dating to break up. So a lot of men are out here just dating to break up because they're not actually wealthy. They're not actually ready for a wife. They're not actually ready for a wife to come in and make their house a home. They're not prepared. They're not ready. So the fact that you're out here, you're just wasting time. You're not getting ready. You're not getting ready. God decides to bring in a woman that is okay with someone that is not fully ready, but she sees potential and she sees how she can help this person. She sees how this person can help her, and she's ready and willing to work together with this person. And then you have this person pushing this woman away because maybe she has high standards. Maybe she's picky. Maybe she's so kind of demanding about, hey, let's start this business. Hey, I want to do this career because this is going to help us take off with here. Hey, you should do this. This is going to help us. Hey, let's move to here. Let's do this. Let's move in together. But they're not understanding that this woman might have a direct source to the Most High God. And this is what the Most High God is telling her to do. And she's literally just delivering the message from the Most High, because some of you guys, y'all don't have a connection to the actual Most High. You don't know how to actually sit down and feel things. A lot of you don't want to feel things. So you will never be able to really feel the Most High. You will never be able to understand when God is really speaking to you. And a woman could come into your life and tell you this, like, hey, I'm very, spiritual. I love God. I talk to God every day. I feel very connected to his Holy Spirit. And you may not take that seriously, but if you have a woman like that, you need to start to listen to her advice. If you're really not educated on the Bible, you wouldn't think, or you wouldn't know that women are actually the wisdom, okay? Wisdom is in the woman. All right. Men can grow to be wise, but trust me, it's usually because they had somebody smart that was a woman around them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't want to get deep into that because I don't want to start nothing. You get what I'm saying? But understand that women are the wisdom. If you have a woman that is about the wisdom, that is about the Holy Spirit, right? Who is serious about the plan, who is getting educated on the plan and stuff like that, you have won yourself a good thing, okay? You have found yourself a good thing. You have found what God was speaking about when he said, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Because once you do this, now you have a direct connection to the Most High, and you're able to actually listen to everything that God needs you to do. So when your woman is saying, hey, let's move in together, maybe that is God leading her. If your woman is saying, hey, I want to start this business, can you help me invest in this? Maybe that's God leading her. If your woman is saying, hey, we need to move away from this or do something differently, maybe that's God leading her. If you're not able to listen to your woman and pay attention to your woman when it starts to make sense, because a lot of times the women be making sense, you just don't want to listen to it. So when you notice that your woman is actually making sense and you actually sit down and listen to what the fuck she's telling you, right? And you notice that she's making sense, it's time for you to actually listen to that, It's time for you to actually listen to that. It's like, women are to submit to their husbands, but men are to actually take leadership from women as well. You get what I'm saying? And when a man learns that, they'll have a happier life, and then they would be able to really connect with the Most High, because, again, God will be able to really connect with them through their intuition. But a lot of men are so masculine and closed off, God can't really connect and reach them. So this is why he used women. You get what I'm saying? This is why he brought in women, for that extra touch, okay? Because we paying attention to details that you might have not even really paid attention to. Things that you might not even really care about. God is like, okay, let me bring in someone that's going to be the detail eye opener, who's watching everything, who's going to listen to me and know when I'm speaking to them. So it's important when you get you a Holy Ghost filled woman, it's important for you to follow her lead and listen to the way that she is guiding you, because that could definitely be the Most High actually guiding her. All right. So there are two different type of men. There's men that are already established because they didn't fuck around with their lives. They didn't have no distractions in their life. They wasn't worried about pussy. Even if they was, they got a grip of themselves and they said, I need to make sure that I'm okay, that I'm taken care of, so that when I do find the right woman, I can provide for her, right? So you have those type of men who are well off already. They meet you, they fall in love with you, they gonna give you they can buy a ring within 5 months of meeting you because they already got money for it. They can have you move into their house within a year of dating them because they have an actual house. They have an apartment, they have a place. They're secure enough to bring a woman in. And then you have the other half who's just not quite there yet. And they tend to be the most stubborn. They don't actually want to work together with their partner because now they feel like the partner is bossy. Now they feel like the partner is dictating them, their relationship. So they don't actually want to listen to the direction. And you can always tell sometimes why people are not in the positions that they really want to be in is because you don't know how to actually listen and take guidance. If you don't know how to notice when someone is wise, if you can't notice when a wise person is talking to you, you must be a fool. That's it. That's all. If you cannot notice when a wise person is giving you free game about something, you indeed are a fool, because the wise is going to recognize the wise. If you cannot recognize that someone is actually giving you wisdom on something, you're indeed a fool. You are. So there's a lot of men who literally are battling with this because they can't accept the fact that their woman is telling them what to do, or their woman wants to help them. Because some of them is like, no, I need to do this on my own. This is for me. I need to get myself. I won't feel man enough because you helped me. No, I got to do this on my own. I've known people that says shit like this. I know there's probably some men like this that's listening to me who feel like this, or you felt like this, like you got to do things on your own. No, you don't want to listen to your woman. You got to do it your way, because now if you listen to her, it feels like it's her idea, it's her business, it's her da-da-da. You're messing up your blessing. You're missing the whole point here. God didn't create us to fight and be in competition. God created us to become one. So what you do is, whoever's wiser, you listen to the wise. Whoever's more wise in finances, they handle finances. Whoever's more wise in following intuition and giving direction, you listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Work together with your partner in ways that they are actually able to help you. Don't be so masculine, or you think you're masculine, where you can't take help or support from your woman because you feel like, no, I need to be the one that got us to the riches. If you really gave a fuck that much, you would have been rich before you even met her. Okay? You would have already been secure in your own home, in your own place, before you even met her. You would have been locked in with yourself and said, hey, I need to do this for me, not even for no woman. That would have just been you versus you. You would have been locked in and say, hey, I don't like this job. I need to leave and go get a better one that's paying me more money. You would have been say, hey, I need to go move out of my mama's house and get my own shit. You would have been did this. It wouldn't have been no woman pushing you to do this. You would have been did this because the man in you would have told you to do this. But some of you didn't do this. And God has a woman for you that is going to help you to get to where y'all need to be. Do not push her away. Do not think that, I need to do this on my own, because guess what? You should have been doing it on your own then. Keep your pee-pee in your pants then. Stop flirting and talking to women if you're ready to just take them to a breakup and not actually to a marriage, because everyone wants to get married. I don't care what people talk about. You're not with no man for 10 years, 7 years because you don't love him and you're not in a commitment. Okay, if that man proposed to you, you should want to say yes. If you've been with them for 10 plus years and you still with this person proposed to you, you should want to say yes. So everyone wants to get married. Everybody wants to feel loved. Everybody wants a commitment with someone that they actually can trust and is loyal, regardless, period. We all crave a love, but you want it to be a safe love. You want it to be sacred. You want it to be special. You want it to be loyal. You want to know that this person is not dealing with nobody else. Their focus is on me and growing what we have here. As long as someone is able to show you that and give you that, you're going to accept it. Okay, so instead of you out here dealing with these girls, dating this person, then leaving them hurt, dating this person, leaving them hurt when they challenge you to grow or become better, just leave them all alone, period. Because if you're not dating for marriage, you're literally dating people just to break up and hurt their heart. If it's not marriage, it's breaking up. Literally. It's going to end in some type of heartbreak. So if you're not really ready and complete, and you're not smart enough or man enough to realize that, sometimes God brings us people on our path to actually help us move forward. It's not to dictate your life. It's not because she wants to control you. It's because he can literally talk to her. She listens. She can hear God's voice. And if you're not okay with that, you're going to always be bashing and mashing with women. And it's never going to actually click. You're never going to really connect. And again, a woman is going to end up hurt here, or you may be hurt because you're not really locking in with what it really is. Okay. First of all, you need to get to know your Bible so you know why women are important. And then you need to get to know just yourself and see what you're good at, what you're not good at, what makes you go, what makes you don't. Because why didn't you have the motivation before you met the woman? Now you get with the woman, you want to cut her off. You need to focus and worry about you, but you didn't have that motivation before she came in. Shit. Don't you think a woman will love for her man to already be established and ready? But sometimes we don't get that. Sometimes we get a fixer-upper situation. Sometimes we come into something because we think we're Captain Save-A-Ho. So here we go fixing the broken pieces. And then you got a man or even a woman that you're dealing with that don't want to listen, that don't want to follow direction, that don't want to go with the flow of things, who want to try to control things and do it their way, but not doing it the godly way. All right. I saw someone say, listen, in order for your relationship to work out, man got to know that you got to let the woman control you. And of course, a lot of people is not going to like the word control. And don't think too literal about the word control. Just know that in order for you to really sustain this relationship, if your woman is saying, no, my gut is telling me don't do this, or my gut is telling me to do this, or my gut is telling me do this, you need to listen. That's what they mean by it. If your woman is saying, hey, this, listen to it. That's what they mean by control. That's how it works. Because again, not every man is able to tap into their femininity where they can let God come in. Okay. Some of them are way too masculine to the point where it's sickening. It's suffering. It's suffocating. They're like, I'm masculine. I'm the man. I'm in control. And it's like, bitch, you don't have no compassion in your heart at all. So you're not even balanced with your femininity to even understand how a woman works. You know what I'm saying? So if God sees that your partner is more balanced within their masculinity and femininity, where she's very feminine and soft, but she can be in her masculinity when she needs to step up or take lead and tell you like, hey, we need to do something serious. God is going to listen to the person that he's able to connect with. So a lot of you, your portal to God has been closed off and he's sending in people to help you, but then you keep pushing the help away. So it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. Okay, I hope y'all understand this message. I love y'all and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.